All right, so congratulations, you wrote your first offer. And now, say the seller has come back with a counter offer. So I'm going to teach you how to do counter offer number 2. So again, come to your dashboard, hit transaction desk. It's going to open up to this, to all your transactions. So again, we were just writing an offer on my house. So you click within the transaction. What I like to do is, I like to come over to forms, because this is all the forms that are within my transaction. So I'm going to come down here and find counter offer. If for some reason you're looking for a specific form and you don't have templates set up, or you don't want to have templates set up, the way that you would add forms is you would hit here, add forms. You could search here. And everything that matches what you typed in will come up here. Or you could also go to residential forms and everything comes up here. You can also search through here as well, okay? But again, I already have this saved in my template. So I'm gonna go to counter offer. And say again, you know, the offer, they wanted to counter out they want to counter the purchase price, right? So you've already received counter offer number 1, and the only changes to that offer that you originally wrote was that they want a higher purchase price, okay? So you're, again, responding to counter offer number 1. So we're going to type in here counter offer number 2. Attention, you're going to put the agent's information. So say the agent is, I'm just going to use myself, Rhiannon Lee, Emily. Company is Keller Williams, VIP. So again, we're working with a counter offer. So the counter offer made by the seller of the property, which was Rhiannon Lee Buffington and Jason Buffington, to sell the real property, 813 Adagio in Henderson, dated. So again, this isn't the date that you wrote on the contract. This is the date that they sent you the counter offer. So say it's May 1st or May 2nd. And you just received the counter offer. So again, this is not going to be dated for today's date, which is 4/30. It's actually going to be dated for the date that they're sending you the counter offer a couple days later. So say that's going to be the 2nd, right? So that counter offer is not accepted in its present form, but the following counter offer hereby is submitted. So again, so say that you wrote the offer originally for 700, the house is listed for 725, and now they're wanting to counter you at 720. And you're like, okay, like we'll come up to 715, right? So you just simply type in, oh my goodness, I can't type, I'm so sorry. Price to be $715,000. You can leave it that way if you'd like. I like to put in all other terms to remain the same. Just so, again, just completely clarifies. Everything else is staying the same. The only thing we're countering is the purchase price of $715, okay? Normally, there's no additional pages, so I write NA there. Other terms. So this is saying that all other terms that remain the same as the residential purchase agreement plus terms agreed to in counter offers number 1, right? Expiration, you want the seller to respond by 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So again, this is the 2nd, so I'm going to say the 3rd, okay? Give them 24 hours. And must be delivered to the buyer's broker before this specific time. Otherwise, it's considered to be an expired offer, okay? And it's null and void. So again, your buyer is going to be signing this. So I click buyer. So it would be test 1. I like to write names in. but that's just me being anal. And then here I automatically put seller here, just because, I don't know, I guess it's nice to do. So again, if this is everything that you guys are countering, it's all clear, all good to go, then you're going to go ahead and come up here to Authentisign and send this to Authentisign. However, you also want to ensure that you also attach and upload counter offer number one, because again, that's what you're receiving. So they're essentially going to be, signing this one because it's subject to the original RPA, and then counter offer number one. So they're going to be signing this, this counter offer is not, the counter offer number one is not accepted in its current form. So here's counter offer number two. So normally, for the most part, again, you're going to upload also counter offer number one, and I'm just going to use this as an example case. So say this was reversed. This is counter offer number one that you receive, right? So your client's information is going to be down here. So you're going to mark buyer accepts, you're going to do a checkbox here, or an X, accepts the terms of this counter offer subject to counter offer number. You're going to do the little tool with the text, and say counter offer number two. And then you're going to have them mark, buyer, sign, date, timestamp, right? So that's pretty much the way that you're going to do a counter offer for Authentisign, okay? Again, what I normally do, also, I should have done this at the very beginning, I'm so sorry. Counter offers 1 and 2 is normally like what I would do, name it. So again, when it goes through Authentisign and it gets sent back to me, I know exactly what it is. And then when I go through Authentisign as well, and I can see the different forms that were signed, it's automatically very clear what documents you're getting. So again, you're going to add your signers as participants, add from transaction. It's going to be test, and select. I'm not sure whether or not it's going to drop it in correctly, but we're going to go for it. So you can go ahead and assign this. Oh, and it did. So awesome. You can get rid of the second date if you'd like to, but again, it already dropped it in for you. Now, counter offer number 1, it might not drop it in correctly, so you'll probably have to drag and drop some information, but for the most part, again, this is how you do it.